So what? If you work too many hours, like you can't come back in and work, or how does that work?
So pretty much from right now, I can only work 4 days. If I work 4 days, it's over. I think it's overtime. Yeah, overtime, and I think I don't even get paid for like that fifth day. But with the new company, I could just do 5 days and it'd be all good. They'd probably pay me more than ever.
You done? Oh, okay.
I worked a job like that where like I was part time, but people kept calling out. So then
Yeah.
they would call me to come in. So like for like my first few months there, I was working like I was a full time employee because I would come into work, I would work my shift, and then somebody would call out and they'd be like, hey, can you come in? Like, yeah, I come in because I wanted more hours because I wasn't making much to begin with, so I wanted more hours. So, would come in, do the hours, and this happened, and pretty much this happened the entire time I was at the job. Like,
Really?
so I was working, I was part time officially, but I was full time because of the hours I was putting in. So then they came to me one day and was like, "Yo, you can't come in for for 2 weeks." I'm like, what? I was like, "Wait, did I just get fired?" They're like, "Nah, nah." They're like, "No. You're not fired, but like, we can't put you on the schedule until this date." I'm like, and that's 2 weeks from now. I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "You have too many hours," and like, they noticed that, "Yo, you've been working full time hours since you started." I was like, yeah, because what happens is somebody else will call out. Y'all call me. I'll say yes because I want more hours, and I will come in. So I was like doing y'all a favor. So like, why am I being penalized? They're like, yeah, it was corporate that caught it. Like we saw it, and we just pretty much the manager was just signing off on it and then sending it up to corporate, and corporate was the one that caught it. They were like, corporate finance caught it. It was like, whoa, like, ain't this guy part time? Like, he's 40 hours, 40 hours, 45, 40 hours, 40 hours, 45. Like, yo, he's working full time. What the hell? The hell's going on over there? And the manager was like, yo, y'all not even. And then they told the manager, the manager's got in trouble because they wasn't even supposed to sign off on it. But like,
That's really like lacking management right there.
but again,
You work overtime.
when somebody calls out, you're short. And then people will call out. People got fired for this. Cause I worked. This is when I worked at a movie theater. So
Really?
what? So without even me telling you, what are the busiest days for a movie theater?
I feel like it's almost like every day except for a Sunday.
No, okay. So when do new movies come out?
Uh, I don't know to be
Bruh,
honest.
you killing me. All right, Fridays. Fridays, new movies come out. When were people calling out? So weekends are the busiest time because usually you always hear about like the first weekend a movie comes out is like the most important because that's when the movie theaters make that's when the movies make their money. It's like those first 2 weekends. So that's why also people that's why people go to the movies on Friday. Fridays on the weekends. They're off work usually, and that's when people release. That's when they release the new movies. So people were calling out on the weekends when really when I worked at the movie theater, the only time we were fully staffed was on the weekends. Other than that, it was like a skeleton crew.
Jeez.
So these guys kept calling out like Friday and Saturday, and of course, like I'm like, if it's one of those Friday or Saturdays when I'm actually off, they would call me up, and of course I would come in because I went the hours. So people was getting fired because they're calling out on Friday, they're calling out on Saturday, and I'm like, bruh, like those are the busiest days. Like those are days like if you call out on those days, you're gonna be fired. So that's how I was getting out. That's also another reason why I was getting out because they fired 2 or 3 people over that.
Jeez. Well, I see
You got
you
to do.
doing that.
So yeah.
That's
So
too much for
so
me.
for 2 weeks, I didn't get paid because I didn't work. So Just like a whole paycheck over that, over some, like you said, bad management.
Yeah, it was.
Corporate, they should have let that. They should have let that slide because they fired 2 people. What y'all call? Oh, y'all up here,
I mean, they could have just hired you fully.
bruh. They should have. I wasn't even in college. This is like I had worked there my senior year of high school. I graduated and I was still working there, but and I didn't even have plans to go to college yet. I was trying to figure that out. Like, I was trying to figure out, am I going to community college or am I doing something else? And that's when I actually decided to join the Army. Actually, I decided to join the Army when I graduated. But, you know, I still hadn't, like, signed on the dotted line yet. But then, like, I think that summer I decided, and then, shoot, I graduated in June. I was in the Army in October. So when everybody else went to college, I was in boot camp.
I actually thought about like joining the army, not in the army, but like I don't know what. I just thought about Marines for no reason. I think I was in band, and the Marines just show up, not in the army, just a Marine recruiter just showed up and he was like, "Hey, you should join the Marines." Showing us all the introduction of how the Marines is gonna be.
I probably would have. I don't know, cause I thought I was gonna be in the Army. I thought I was gonna be a lifer in the Army, like I was gonna stay in. And then I should have been like, you know what? I should have just did the one contract and came back home. But then I got to deal with being. But you know, anytime you sign up for the military, it's also it's an 8-year commitment. So you got to do. If you do one contract, you got to do 4 years reserve. So I didn't have to do reserve time because I did 8 years. Whatever contract you sign is it's really an 8-year commitment. So I did 8 years. Okay. I actually still joined the reserves, but nobody could find the contract they lost my paperwork for the contract that I signed saying I was in the reserve. Nobody could find it, and then I still actually went over there and gave them all my information. And I had just came back from Afghanistan. Like, I think I came back from Afghanistan like July. So in November they were like, yeah, we're going back to Afghanistan in February. And the military has a rule about a year of stabilization. So basically, if I go somewhere, right? Say I go to Iraq and then I come back, I can't go anywhere else for a year. For at least a year. So when they said, "Oh yeah, you're in the unit, so you're coming to Afghanistan with us," I was like, "I just got back from Afghanistan in July, and I still need my I still need my year of stabilization. So y'all have fun because I won't be going." Like the Army won't even let me go. I was like, "Y'all have fun." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yo, I just came back from Afghanistan like July. It's November now. That's not a year. We've been back for a few months."
He's a big guy.
So that's what happened. So then they never called me back. They never called me back to come in for duty. And then, like, if they were gonna call me back in to come for duty, they had 2 years to do it. 2 years went by, they never got a phone call. They had and they had all my information too, because I gave it to them. But they went to Afghanistan and just forgot about me. I was reserved, but technically not reserved. Man, this big motherfucker is coming for me.
Dizzy, he's
Ah,
way over
fuck.
there killing all the other
Stuck in a
guys.
fucking corner. Ah!
Everything else that's like not him.
The big motherfucker was coming for me. I need to come get this mug off me.
I'm trying to. Oh wait, you got back up.
He's over here taking care of the ads.
Bruh.
This is a question nobody didn't ask.
If you've reached this part, this is the end. This is Dangerous Voice, the People's Choice, live and direct from New York City. Thank you for watching the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Subscribe to the channel down below. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to keep up with me on social media, all my social media is in the description below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, it is in the description below. Thank you for watching the video. I'm out. Peace.